So, as Susan stated in her presentation, the children we care for and educate cannot wait. Children need to be shown care, love, security and consistency to grow and become confident learners in their own right. And this is what we want for the children that we care and educate. All children are individuals, unique in their abilities from a rich diversity of backgrounds, belief and cultures. All children have the right to be treated with respect, positive regard and dignity. And Articles 29 and 30 of the United Nations Conventions of the Rights of the Child state clearly that respect and recognition for the child's own cultures, identity, value and language and that of others should be part of his or her organisation, so that we're promoting that equality and diversity for the child. As Susan had spoke about, our wall charts and everything, that we could put the hopes and dreams and inspirations of the children on the wall so that they actually feel that they belong within your service. And it's promoting that element of attachment for the child as well. Okay, so firstly we focus on our curriculum, a few questions that you need to reflect on and ask yourselves and your team. Does your curriculum focus on the emerging and inquiry-based curriculums which focuses on the interests of the child? So is your curriculum evolving for the children that you care for? As part of your planning and curriculum development, do you consult with the child and value their input? So do you put their ideas into your planning? Do they see that coming through in the activities and through their play that they're doing? As part of your planning and curriculum development, do you consult with your team? This can be with your other practitioners within the room. And does your curriculum provide opportunities for children to be active learners in their own right and form relationship with their peers and early years educators? So as Susan was talking about, this attachment, this is what we want to see. We want to see their social and emotional development being enhanced for the child. And finally, does your curriculum offer lots of fun? Because children have to have fun. If they don't have fun, they won't be learning. They're not motivated. They're not engaged. So we have to have that element of fun. And you have to be joining in on that fun, as Susan had stated earlier. So build a partnership with parents. Why do we need to do this? Parents are the primary educators of the child and have a preempt role in promoting his or her well-being, learning and development. How do we do this in everyday practice? And you're doing a lot of this in your practice as it is. So everyday communication and consultation with parents. It could be drop off in the morning, pick up in the evening. All we need is snippets so that we're building that. And plus the child sees that you're having this partnership with their parents and it's role modelling for the child also. Communication books for the younger child, observation, learning stories and snapshot observations. So that documentation, as Susan was speaking about, the photographs, they capture so much that sometimes we would miss if we're sitting there trying to record it formally. Family wall charts, family cubes, working in partnership with parents, so inviting parents in to showcase their skills, storytelling, puppet making, music sessions. Use the skills of your parents, and this is good for the children as well, because they will see that partnership growing and blossoming. Also newsletters, information evenings, parents' handbooks, policies and procedures of your setting, your notice boards, suggestion boxes and text alerts. So learning through play. Play is the work of a child, as Maria Montessori states. We learn through play, so what we need to be doing as educators is providing adequate time for play. And as Susan said, that we're flexible in our approach, that we're not going, okay, it's 10 o'clock, it's nap time, get lined up. If the children are engaged, let them at it. They're happy, they're learning. Opportunities to provide mastery and success through play, so scaffolding the child, consulting with the child, including the child's interest in the planning and development of the child, so that we're showing the child that we're observing them, we're taking on their interests on board. The child then will be motivated in their learning. Have you a variety of materials and resources that are age appropriate for the child, and again having lots of fun and enjoyment while they complete their work. Their work is their play. This is where they learn. This is how they extend their learning. So nurturing and extending interactions. So practitioners play an important role in building these relationships through consistent quality interactions. Babies, toddlers and young children need a secure attachment to at least one of adults in their setting. The relationship provides comfort, reassurance and security. Interactions that are respectful and consistent increase the child's confidence and competence to respect, explore and develop and learn. Peer interactions also play an important role in the child's learning and development. So how do we do this? Learning opportunities should be enjoyable and rewarding for the child, when they challenge themselves and when they can use and build on their existing knowledge and understanding and skills. It's that processing element for the child that they can build. This can be done through incorporating the child's interests, so we're getting them motivated and engaged, and their emerging interests into planning of activities. So nurturing and extending interactions. Children learn by being with others in a safe and secure and consistent environment, by assisting and supporting the child to make choices and decisions, and by feeling in control. Children enjoy learning through child initiative activities where they can lead and interact with their peers, and by allowing children to make choice and giving them that choice that they need. So transitions. What is a transition? A transition is about moving from one context to another, or from one activity to another. And how can we support the child? Because children respond to change differently. Some may be excited, some may take it in their stride, while others may experience that anxiety and fear. And during early childhood transitions, parents, early years educators and even teachers can experience these emotions, as does the transitioning child. Transitions is an issue for every child and their family or participating in an early childhood education setting, regardless of the type of early childcare education setting that they're part of. So how can we make it easier for the child and the family? Consistent teamwork. Information evenings for parents and children to attend, so we invite the parents in. We invite the children and we show them this is the room you're going to be in, this is the practitioner you're going to be working with, or the educator you're going to be working with. This is where your cubbyhole is going to be. We get them involved in it. Working in partnership with the parents, having that open communication which will build trust and respect between each party. Valuing and recognising the child's feelings, strengths and weaknesses and fears. Support and assist the child in a consistent environment. The use of visual photo books, musical aids, transitional songs, or a buddy system in your settling in period. So planning and assessing, big part of our job as educators. Enriching and informing all aspects of practice within the setting requires a cycle of observation, planning, action and evaluation undertaken on a regular basis. So our first step is our observation. We observe the children in your care. This can be done through the format of snapshot observations, consultation with the child, learning stories. Then we can plan to include interests or emerging interests of the child. So what resources do we need? Do we need any? What are we going to do? Who's going to take the lead in it? Is the child going to take the lead in it, or is it the educators? Step 3, our action. How do we intend to implement it into every day? And step 4 is our evaluation and our reflection. So we need to reflect on what can be changed, if anything needs to be changed, if we need more resources, if something needs to be changed within the actual routine of our setting, or the groups of children or the individual child, as you were saying earlier on, Susan, about getting the quiet child and the wee talkative child together and pairing them off, get their personality sparking. And then step 5, we begin the process again. So just to recap before I let you go, if we have early years educators and we promote a vibrant curriculum which is evolving, learning environments and focus on the child as an individual with their own rights and beliefs, we instill the 6 life skills in children of today. We will inspire children to be fully engaged in their learning, and this is what we want. We want that engagement, but we ourselves have to be engaged in this also. So just to finish off, a child's life is like a piece of paper on which every person leaves a mark.